Today we have two laptops with us. These are the new Zephyrus G14 and the G16, and they have an entirely brand new design alongside with a lot of design changes. So in today's video, we'll go through the differences with this new generation compared to the older generation, and also
Between
differences
these two models.
because 14 and 16 inch, even though it increases by like 2 inches of screen size, but there are quite a lot of changes.
Yes.
So this video is gonna be a bit of a discussion. So we will
Yeah.
go through the first biggest difference of all, the design.
Yes. This is a major change compared to the previous generation. Previous generation, they have been, marketing a lot on their anime matrix,
Yes.
the design at the back.
Yeah.
And this year, they decided to just go with this, what they call it, ROG
Slash lighting design, as far as I
slash
can
lighting
remember.
design.
So this slash lighting design has a few LEDs along this line here.
Yeah.
I think you can even count it. And it is kind of reminiscent of the anime matrix. You can also customize how the slash design works.
Correct.
But of course, it is less iconic compared to the anime matrix.
Yeah, less iconic compared to last year. Basically, a lot of people have been asking, like, why did they change such an iconic and easily recognizable design compared to many other laptop brands?
Yeah.
So one of the reasons they have responded from ROG team is that they wanted to make a thin and light laptop.
Yeah.
Because of the anime matrix that requires too much of the components. So that's why the Zephyrus G series last year was quite thick for the display lid.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
this year, because of miniaturization of the components, now they can make really thin display cover.
Yeah. And also, you don't have to mill out all the holes for the anime matrix. They can cut down on manufacturing time and cost.
Yes, time and cost as well.
So that's a huge factor. It kind of works in a way because the display is much thinner. That means the entire laptop is not going to be that thick.
Yeah.
So now it is, I forgot what's the exact measurement, but 1.59 centimeters on the G14 and 1.49 centimeters on the G16.
Yes.
It has also been cut down on weight because you don't have the hose there. As far as I know, the hose is made out of some sheet metal.
Yeah.
So both of these laptops are less than 2 kilograms in weight.
I would say compared to last year, this year the model, they emphasize more on the factor. The usability factor instead of the aesthetics.
Yes. A lot sleeker. Some people don't like it. That's the polarizing part of this laptop.
That's the thing. Some emphasize form over function.
Yeah. One thing that they did improve is the hinge. So now what you can do is to open it by just one finger on both of these laptops.
Yes, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
The hinge feels just nice. The wobble is minimum. Even for the 16-inch, the screen is considerably larger, but the wobble is not that much, even if you type a lot on it.
Yeah. It's just that if you have a wobbly table, it might emphasize a bit, but we'll leave that apart.
But overall, the whole thing, including the keyboard deck, I think it's brand new design from the last year.
The keyboard, I think, is also different. We'll talk about the keyboard later. So the specs difference between the G14 and G16 is a bit weird for the Malaysian variant here, at least. As far as I know, G14 is using the AMD Ryzen processors with up to RTX 4060. Our unit here comes with a 4050. For the G16,
it's powered by Intel processor and with graphics card up to like RTX 4070. The one we have is 4060.
Yeah. So
Intel, AMD.
Yeah, I'm not sure why there's such a discrepancy. And as for the GPU, the wattage is kind of low. So in terms of performance-wise, I would still say they are more or less going to be the same. 4060 is obviously going to be better, but not entirely like magnitudes better.
So, like we mentioned, the Intel and AMD is most likely due to their exclusive deal things between them.
Zephyrus used to be an AMD exclusive, right?
No, not really. Actually, the Zephyrus G14 is supposed to be AMD exclusive.
Okay.
So I think they are still keeping that exclusivity, but that doesn't apply to the G16. So they can go with Intel.
Okay.
And then, of course, you can see it's thin and light. Even though they can put in RTX 4070, the maximum TGP is going to be lower than your other high performance gaming laptops. So this one is, I believe, is 105
yes,
watt
for the
max.
4070, yes.
Yeah, max TGP. Even the 4060 is like 100 watt. That is not a lot for the 4060 and 4070.
Yeah, if you compare with their higher end ROG laptops, those can boost a lot
They
higher.
can easily go for 150 or so.
150?
For the 4070.
Okay. So one big difference is of course the screen size.
Yeah.
So G14, 14 inch, G16, 16 inch, obviously.
Yes.
That's the name. Both of these laptops are using high quality OLED screens certified with their in-house, I forgot what's the name, ROG
Nebula
HDR OLED.
OLED, yeah.
Something like that.
They have this in-house thing, so
Yeah.
you can check out the content.
So OLED panels, 0.2 milliseconds response time. Also with NVIDIA G-Sync. This is ROG's first ever laptop that's using these kind of screens. Amazingly, they both can reach 100% of sRGB and
Yes.
DCI-P3
Yes.
color gamuts. Super low delta E number, super high brightness,
Ooh.
mux switch, and also with the NVIDIA Advanced Optimus.
The display is probably one of the key highlight of these two laptops. They are really, really good.
And they're also high resolution, but a bit of a difference here.
Yeah.
G14 is using 2880 by 1800 pixels, 120 Hz. G16,
240 Hz, 2560 by 1600. This is more onto the conventional resolution, 2560, 1600. Of course, it's still a 16 by 10 aspect ratio. You can see this is where it comes when different sizes of the screen they have, from different suppliers and everything.
Yeah.
All those things, because not all the suppliers will supply same specification for all different sizes.
So the next big difference actually is the ports.
This is really.
Technically, all of the ports are the same. It's just one important port that's different.
G14 has a micro SD card slot.
Yeah.
And the G16 has a full-size SD card slot. Other than that, you have a HDMI 2.1.
There's the real HDMI 2.1.
Real HDMI 2.1, you got USB Type-A, USB Type-C. All of them are at least 10 gigabit per second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one big difference is also AMD, they're using USB 4. Intel is using Thunderbolt 4.
Yes.
Same thing, different name, but Thunderbolt is much stricter in terms of its standard.
Yes. And one more thing is, this year they have a brand new charging port. They call it what, ROG?
I forgot what's the name.
They have a name for that, but I can't really recall. But it is shaped just like a USB Type-A port, but shorter.
No, it kind of reminds me of Firewire. That old 1394 standard.
Yeah,
is it?
How it used to is like those barrel charging ports. But now it became a rectangular shape. Firewire is nothing close to Firewire.
It looks very close.
From a certain angle, it looks just like a standard USB port or a mini display port.
Yes.
Very similar mini display port. But it is not. It is it's reversible, so it's still fine.
It is a proprietary standard.
But at least you still can charge using USB-C.
Oh, you can, yes.
Just that it is not at its maximum capacity.
Does the box come with USB-C charger?
Yes.
One more thing that I also did is to open up both of these two laptops.
Okay.
I want to know the upgradability.
Okay.
So the G14, unfortunately, is quite boring.
Limited. For the size.
Yeah.
I
expected this, yes. So you don't have any spare slots. You can only swap out the SSD and Wi-Fi card. Everything else is soldered. Even the RAM is soldered.
Yep.
The G16, it does have one extra SSD slot.
Which is unoccupied.
Unoccupied. So you can put in a total of 2 SSDs. I'm not sure if the BIOS supports RAID. And then the RAM is soldered. One more thing I also realized when I have the laptop open is the battery life. The battery capacity.
Yeah.
So G14, 73 watt hours.
This
G16
one is 90. can't really complain much. Do they have any extra space for more battery for the G16?
No.
No. Okay.
The battery is very flat and wide.
I think they have pushed to the limit for this one because there are some thin and light laptop, they do offer like 99 watt hour battery. I can't recall, but there are options in the market. But it seems like ROG has decided to keep with this form factor, and 90 watt is their maximum.
I think it's okay, not a problem. The battery life, I think the G16 would last longer than the G14.
The battery life on this thing is crazy good. I use it for my normal web and then typing work. I think it lasts for like at least 6 hours, and I still have like about 20 to 30%.
One more big difference is the speaker. Actually, you see the speaker size on the G16 is a lot wider.
Yes.
Some boxes fell, okay. So the speaker is a byproduct of the keyboard size being the same between these two keyboards.
Yes.
I mean, these two laptops.
Yes.
So they maintain the same keyboard size. They make the laptop chassis bigger, so they put a bigger speaker there.
I personally, for this whole setup, is really well balanced. I mean, you get good keyboard, good speaker,
good trackpad.
Good trackpad. This trackpad is
humongous and
humongous.
Yeah. One more thing is that the keyboard also feels.
Yes.
I don't know how to describe
really
this.
good.
It's soft, bouncy, springy, but it's very different from the previous laptops that we've tested.
Yes, I have to say that it felt smoother, and the tactile bump is so pronounced that you can, I mean, every keystroke is so satisfying.
Yes, it is very obvious and deliberate.
Compared to the previous one, you felt there are more mechanical plastic grinding feel to it. But this one is just smooth. Of course, there are still membrane down there, but let's not talk about the membrane thing. It just felt better compared to the previous ones. Also, the travel distance is another factor.
Oh yeah, a lot longer.
It felt like you're typing on a proper full-size keyboard instead of a miniaturized, thin and light kind of those keyboards.
Correct. So the keyboard is also RGB, of course. You can customize this.
Yes.
It's is this single zone? Yeah. So,
I mean, this is Zephyrus. Zephyrus, yeah, true. Zephyrus, they do have single zone lighting only. Per key RGB is for their ROG Star, those series.
The higher end ones.
Yes.
So all in all, not a problem for me. RGB lighting, it's a whatever thing for me.
I mean, as long as there is good lighting, then it's fine. Because this lighting is not harsh at all.
Yeah.
Even at the highest brightness settings, because I believe the SMD LED, the surface, they have a second diffuser, the light diffuser. So it is not like you're looking directly at the individual diodes.
I remember some of the keyboards when we look at the keyboard
from
it's
certain
literally
angle.
the diode
Yeah,
itself.
you're looking at the diode itself. Those are really bad.
Blind.
Yeah.
Okay, so other than that, these two laptops are, I mean, pretty much identical. The overall
Except for the
design,
size,
yeah.
New
The
design, new back.
material same. What else? Everything else pretty much remains the same. Nothing much to talk about it here. Available in two colors as well. So we got it in the white and black color. Both of these laptops are available in two colors. The prices, the G16 starts from 9999 ringgit Malaysia. Okay.
Yes.
G14 starts from 8299. Both of them will start from 16 gigs of RAM. OLED screen for us here in Malaysia. This laptop, as far as I know, in certain regions, it is available in non-OLED versions.
Yes, correct.
So you have to keep that in mind.
Yes.
Ours are the OLED version. with base GPU.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, at the end of the day, you have to understand the certain reasons why a product is created, like the Zephyrus line. Yeah, like some users might complain that why this is ROG, but the gaming performance is not up to what they are expecting. Obviously, if you're looking for high performance gaming experience, the ROG Scar series is there for you. The Zephyrus line is more onto those
hybrid.
If you want a thin and light with power to spare when the time you need it, then this is the perfect product for you.
Yeah.
You have like thin carrying around, good design and everything.
I played some games on the G14.
It's
enjoyable,
fine. It's
not
fine.
a problem.
Even though there's a limitation, you have to manage your expectation.
One thing you have to know is that because of this thin body means that the fan will have to work extra hard to take out the heat.
Again, the triangle. Performance, price, and portability.
Those three things you have to spend your skill points.
It's impossible for you to have like ultra thin and super high performance. That would be super expensive. When you say this is expensive, no, if you want both of them, it will be super expensive. They might need some exotic materials for the cooling.
Or maybe when we wait for more cooling technologies come up.
Maybe, who knows, right? 2 years down the road. But right now, this is how you balance your skill points.
Anything else you want to add, sir?
I think that's all for our user experience sharing on these two Zephyrus G14 and G16.
Personally, despite how much I like the G16 with its speaker, I will still carry G14 because of size and weight.
I think that's the reason why the G14 is so popular for the past 4 to 5 years.
5 years, yes. Honestly speaking, I don't really care if it's using AMD or Intel at this point. And GPU remains more or less the same.
Let's not forget the G16 might also become one of those favorites by a certain group of users that are looking for. That is why Apple came out with the MacBook Pros with 16-inch and now the MacBook Air with 15-inch.
As a video editor, I have quite a dilemma. I like a bigger screen for editing, but then I like 14-inch for portability.
You want portability as well.
That's why portable monitors are a thing.
Yes. So, see you guys in the next video.
Bye-bye.